Good morning, children. Today we are going to study geography lesson by Zulfikar Ghosh. Today we'll study the second and third stanza of this poem. So let's begin. When the jet reached 10,000 feet, it was clear why the country had cities where the rivers ran and why the valleys were populated. The logic of geography, that land and water attracted man, was clearly delineated when the jet reached 10,000 feet. When the jet rose 6 miles high, it was clear the earth was round and it had more water than land. But it was difficult to understand that the man on earth found causes to hate each other, to build walls across cities and to kill. From that height, it was not clear why. So let's start the explanation of the second stanza. Children, when the jet climbed higher up to 10,000 feet, the poet could apprehend the fact that cities grew there where there was water-land resources. You must have studied in history that any civilization that took place, people first looked for water resources and then they made their settlements there. Water fulfills all necessities like agriculture, transport, business, domesticating animals. He found that valleys were populated because it fulfilled all the necessities of the people. Do you know, children? Valleys are densely populated than plateaus. The climate of these places are suitable for agriculture because these areas have fertile soil. Fresh water is easily available there. So, people mostly get settled in the valleys. So, now we come to the third stanza. In the third stanza, when the jet rose 6 miles high, it was clear that it had more water than land on the earth. It became clear that the earth was round. So while the poet is appreciating the geographical niceties of our planet, the poet is also trying to make us sentimental by saying us that he is not able to understand why the borders are built, why fences are made, why walls are erected. He means to say that God has made all these boundaries. God has not made all these boundaries. He made this one earth, but why man made all these boundaries? Why people on this earth are so selfish, so narrow-minded? Why do they spread hatred among each other? He found that the earth to be one, but people living on this earth have divided among themselves in the field of caste, creed, religion, countries, racisms, apartheid. Many reasons are there, but why these people have divided among themselves, he is not able to understand. And he says that God did not make this boundaries. Why people have the right to make such boundaries? When God made this earth as one place, who are these men who made these boundaries? So he has tried to bring an end in a very sentimental manner to understand the feelings that why these boundaries are made. Because of these boundaries, to some extent you will find that our soldiers are also not able to stand in the boundaries peacefully. It's a very deep topic, children. Sometimes when we will get time in the Google Meet, we will discuss over this matter in a deeper manner. Thank you. Now we come to the poetic devices. There are 3 poetic devices that we will find here. The first one is imagery. Imagery is a style of writing which gives a vivid picture, which gives a vivid description in order to explain. It also it is also a way of building picture in the minds of readers. You will find in the third stanza the poet is talking about walls, and when we are reading that poem and we are seeing the walls, we are seeing that word walls, we are easily able to symbolize that walls means boundaries, walls means borders. In the same way, we come across one more imagery, that is cities. Cities symbolize countries here. We come to the second poetic device, that is alliteration. Alliteration is a repetition of consonant sounds in the line. You will find, children, alliteration you must have spoken many times. In English, I am going to say you one more alliteration, that is tell me a tale of a tale. So tell, T-E-L-L, tell, tale, T-A-L-E, tale, of a tale, T-A-I-L, tale. Then one more parody you must have heard of Betty bought butter, the butter was bitter, Betty bought better butter to make the bitter butter better. So what do you hear over here? It's a consonant, burr. The sound of burr falls over here in the whole poem. So same way we find alliterations here also. We find sprang into the sky. Sir, sound of sir is there. It scaled 6 inches. Scaled, sir, 6, sir, inches, sir. Why the valleys were, why were, valleys were, were. So we get a sound of sir, 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 and were. Third, we come to personification. Personification is that figure of speech when non-living things are said to be human beings. We also see personification in beginning of every stanza. In the first stanza also, the second stanza also, in the third stanza also. You will note in the first stanza, the jet sprang into the sky. How can a jet spring into the sky? Jet is a non-living thing. How can jet spring into the sky? But the poet has said to be this jet to be a living thing, and that is why he has said the jet sprang. So we are trying to bring some non-living things to be living thing, then that is called personification. In the second beginning stanza, we find the jet reached 10,000 feet. So jet reached. Can a jet reach? Can a jet rise itself? No, it cannot rise itself. So it's a non-living thing. It cannot work on its own. But in poetic language, sometimes we bring these non-living things to be living things. So that is called personification. With this, we come to an end of the poem. And now I am giving you a little bit of class work. Extract work from the second stanza. Go through the second stanza. I am giving you 3 questions. The answers are dwelling there. You can easily find out your answer. Your first question is, at what height did the jet reach? Second, what was clear from that height? Third, what was the logic of geography? In the third extract, you get again 3 questions. At what height was the jet? Second, what was clear from that height? And third, what was difficult to understand from that height? Thank you, children. Thank you very much.